So we are up to the start for a heat of the Temple Challenge Cup for University 8s. On the right of your picture on the Buckinghamshire station, it's Oxford Brookes University C crew. We'll talk about them on the way down. Adrian, very close together, the two crews. And on the far side, starting very quickly, it's Drexel University USA. The two of us were wondering about this, and Drexel University came 16th in the IRAs, the American Intercollegiate Rowing Association Championships. And I kind of thought Oxford Brookes might have an edge on them, but not according to this early phase of the race, Adrian.
So far, so good. Drexel are a Division 1 school, and we were kind of wondering how that would do, because we know Brookes has got great depth in their team, but Drexel really have been confidently gone out to about a length. Not sure how much more they're moving away, whether it's staying there.
So this is live, these shots. We've got Drexel University from the USA, the Philadelphia crew. They flew in from Philly Airport. They've been blogging about their time here, how much they've enjoyed it, discovering new grocery stores like Waitrose and the like. Their nickname are the Dragons. They're the Drexel Dragons, which sounds pretty cool. And it's been their dream to compete at the most prestigious, they call Henley the most prestigious rowing event in the world. That will please the Henley stewards, won't it?
It will do. And it's interesting how both crews are quite far over to this side of the course. They both seem to be aiming towards this side. I wonder if the wind's quite strong, and they're struggling to maintain a straight line.
Well, the crews were very close at the start, but I guess I'm surprised that Oxford Brookes C crew aren't closer up. You know, last year the Oxford Brookes crew won the Grand, they won the Ladies as well. The C crew only went out in the quarter-finals of this event at Temple last year. And I think their crew finished something like 5th or 6th in the Tideway Head, so they're a really good crew. Admittedly, they are quite young, but then so are the Drexel boys. Looking down the average age, I reckon their average age is probably something like 20 years of age, this Drexel crew.
Yeah, it's young guys, it's young undergraduate guys. In America, you can't really row for university as a postgraduate. You only have 4 years of eligibility as an undergraduate. But they're doing a good job here, probably almost a length clear water on the Brookes C crew. But the Brookes C crew is also a young crew, to be honest, with one exception of Hugo Sanders, who's 23. The rest of the guys are all in their early 20s. It's also undergraduate students.
This will be tough for Brookes to take first round defeat, if that indeed is the result of this contest between Drexel University from Philadelphia, USA, on the right of your picture. And if you've tuned in, if you're an alumnus of Drexel University, if you're at Drexel University, you're interested in the sports program or crew program, welcome to this transmission. Your boys are obviously having a great start to their race in this Temple Challenge Cup. Drexel University lead Oxford Brookes. We still have quite a bit of rowing to go in this event, and Oxford Brookes, they have been known to come through in the finisher racing, but I think that's quite a big margin to come back on, Adrian.
Yeah, I think that's probably a bit too much. And also looking at some of the pedigree of the Drexel crew, you know, they entered college 8, so they're ahead of the Charles in the US, Boston, and they won that, and then they did the Dad Vales. So they've had some experience winning races. So I think they'll hold their sort of composure to keep the win.
You saw a look round from Harrison White, the stroke man from the Oxford Brookes squad. He couldn't quite believe how far he had to turn his head round to see the opposition at Drexel.
Yeah, I'm not sure coach will be very happy about their athletes looking around. The coach should be informing them, telling them everything that's going on. But really, lots of the crews really are struggling here. They're not really being able to keep a straight line. They're wondering whether there's a lot of wash or the wind.
Yeah.
But Drexel look comfortable now.
Drexel look very comfortable. So there's Roman Smeagol up in the bows, 21-year-old, John Carron in front of him, Andrew Manns, Mike Pazetsky, Damien Liss, James Schmidt, Matthew Kelly, Josh Diggins and Cox there. You can see him just look across to Oxford Brookes, Sam De Silva, 21 years of age. It's a very young crew.
He says this is his first of many Henley Royal Regattas, he said. He wants to keep coming back.
I bet he does. Oxford Brookes still in contact, but Drexel really did them off the start, moved out to that clear water. It's not that Drexel have eased off that much, is it?
No, they got enough to make sure that they had the space, and they just kept the same speed all the way through, really.
Big boys. So Drexel are going to go through, it looks like, to the next round of the Temple Challenge Cup. And they look back on their opponents from Oxford Brookes. They would have been worried about this contest. They would have been fearful of Oxford Brookes. They would have been psyched up. And that psych up has produced this motivation, this result. Drexel past the line now. well ahead, I think, of Oxford Brookes C crew. Go out to an uncharacteristic first round loss. Their heads will go down, I think. They do in the boat. That's what it's like. Look round from the six-man Hugo Sanders. How far ahead were Drexel? And it hurts, that loss, doesn't it?
So it does.
So confirmation of that result. Drexel University of the USA beat Oxford Brookes University C crew in a heat of the Temple Challenge Cup.